Ollie, first of all, how tough have the last few days been in terms of digesting the results, moving on and then refocusing everybody on what lies ahead?
Well, you have to get on with it quickly and just accept that we're out of Champions League. There's no shame in going out to Barcelona. And we know that we were behind over the two legs. Then again, the disappointment on the night was that we had a great start and just couldn't take or advantage of the first 15 minutes where we seemed to have surprised them and had got the energy and enthusiasm, and then bang bang, 2 goals and game over. Then the attitude and effort was good. You know, you had to stick together then as a team. You're 3-0 down over the tie, you know you're out, and then the next 70 minutes the lads worked together and stuck together and made sure that we worked so we can go into these 3 games now in a decent state.
Does that help? Because I mean, this stage of the season, games naturally come thick and fast, but having had the disappointment, does it help that there's so much riding on these next few games?
It's great to have games to look forward to, and the focus was changed straight away. Of course, we spoke about it after the game, that forget about this, we're out, we want to be here again, and to be back at these stadiums, we need to get amongst the top 4. Fantastic week to look forward to. Players are in a good state mentally, and they're strong mentally. So, and we know it's going to be at Goodison. It's going to be a hard game. I think other teams have seen that as well.
With Everton in mind, how are you shaping up in terms of team news in the squad?
Yeah, we're looking good. Anders back in training. We had no one out from the Barcelona game, so we got a good squad of we got doubled up in training this morning, so we're 23 players.
Ollie, there'll be a lot of rumours between now and the end of the season, incomings and outgoings.
Yeah.
But is this an opportunity for players to prove that they're in your vision going forward for the club?
Yeah, every day in training, every game. Of course, when you're playing out there's no hiding place. You can't hide, and everyone can see what your level's at. We're also working on training here with a fantastic staff I've got to create this culture that we want. You've got players to take ownership over this what's happening here as well. But of course, it's the performances on the pitch that will determine where they're at in their careers. Anyway, if it's short term, long term, every single day, and that's what we spoke about in Barcelona as well. When you're at big stadiums, you've got to step up, because there's absolutely no hiding place. Make good decisions, and I'm looking forward to this period.
And Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal are all still in Europe.
Yeah.
They're your top 4 rivals. Does that give you a bit of a boost, do you think?
Well, it'll probably give them a boost playing those games. Of course, that's what you want as a player. We would have loved to have a semi-final to play in, but that's not the case. So we've just got to focus on the games we've got. This 3 games coming up now, that's our short-term focus, and we shouldn't think about anything but having a great week ahead of us.
Well, since you've got the job on a permanent basis, you've lost 3 and 1-2, and the 2 you won by your own admission, you weren't that convincing. Do you think that appointment?
Say again. I just didn't.
But since you got the job on a permanent basis,
okay.
you've lost 3 and 1-2, and the 2 you won, you weren't that convincing by your own admission. Do you think your appointment, the players have subconsciously or otherwise allowed the levels to drop since you got the job permanently? Has that had an impact, do you think?
I don't think so. No, I think it's that's football margins. As we've said, we've lost. Since I've come in, we've lost 2 league games. It's Wolverhampton and Arsenal. Those games we shouldn't have talked about losing them. Of course, games where we won that we maybe didn't deserve, it evens itself out. But players now, they know what's going to happen. They know what I expect. We know as a club what we're looking to do. But that's just football. You know where we were when we came in 19th of December, and where we're at now. I think anyone would have took that who are in the squad, who are in the club. Now we got 5 games to see if we can finish it off.
Ole, last summer was a very frustrating one transfer-wise. The manager then didn't hide the fact that he was frustrated with it. It's obviously going to be a very important big summer for you, this one. Are you confident that you won't suffer the same sort of frustrations?
Yeah, because I've been speaking to the club. We know what's that we have to be realistic here, and we know we have a job to be done. There's no quick fix. There's not like buy 7 players and suddenly we're in the right shape. We are where we are. You have to take step by step, and there'll be signings made in the summer, but there also has to be thoughts about, or the players. We're going to sit down. We're going to have the pre-season. I can't wait for the pre-season to come. But there'll be some additions. That's one side of it. The players got to come back knowing what's expected of them as well. First day of pre-season. It's not like it's come back like in the 90s. You come back overweight and we start to work. They've got to do the job and take ownership of that over the holidays, and that'll be great to see who's coming back ready. But as I said, first of all, this focus now has to be on these first Everton and then City and Chelsea.
Do you feel that you've learned more about the players in this past few weeks and this poor run than you did in the first 16-17 games?
Well, I'm not sure about that, because I've learned a lot about them over the months I've been here now. And you get to know them, you see who's most of them, I have to say, have really impressed me in their attitude, and of course there's some that needs to get a reality check on where they're at, but most of these know that they can improve if they keep working as they do.
Is Anthony Martial one of those who needs a bit of a reality check, and what have you thought about his form since the end of January, and what's he got to do to start delivering consistently as a forward for this club? Well,
I think all of us, I've spoken to individuals, and they know, and Anthony's one of them. I've spoken to all of them individually, what we expect from him. So Anthony's got a massive talent. He signed a new contract. He knows that we believe in him. So just keep on working.
When you see the likes of Mane and Firmino, Salah, and those other forwards, other clubs
who
deliver
three Liverpool forwards.
Well, okay, at City or at Spurs or whatever in the top 6. Does he need to be able to deliver more consistently on goals and assists for you? Because his highs are very high, but then he'll drop off.
I think anyone that plays for Man United has to deliver to stay in the squad and stay in the team, of course. So, and Anthony's no different to Rashi or Rom or Alexis or the many forwards that we have to choose from. And that's the great thing about it now, that it's down to players as well. The ownership that they take coming back pre-season, but as I said, I don't want to talk too much about pre-season now because we have a big week coming up.
Are you confident that the structure in place at the club at the moment is good enough to recruit well in the summer? Because there has been a lot of criticism about the recruitment in recent years. I
know there's been loads of criticism. I don't know if all of these critics know what's happening. Of course, we got scouts scouring the planet for good footballers, and it's down. We'll sign players that we think is the right fit, personality-wise, quality-wise, price-wise, and can you have a longevity here at this club? And yeah, I'm confident that we are doing what we can to get the right players in.
Are there enough goals in this team?
Sorry?
Are there enough goals in this team, in this squad, Ole?
Well, we've scored more than more than 2 goals every game in the league since I've come in. We've conceded less than 1 since I've come in. So, and I think that's not bad. We want to score more goals, of course. We want to. You always want to see a 4-0 win, but if you can get it less than 1 every game you play conceded and more than 2 scored, I think you'll end up quite high on the table.